today on DC News Now.
A teenage boy facing attempted rape charges after forcing himself into an elderly woman's home. What he told police when they got to the scene.
A ride-on bus crashes into a Montgomery County home. What police know so far. Partly sunny today, but will rain return before the new year. Plus, Military Bowl champions.
It's just a great feeling to, win with your brothers.
How Virginia Tech won it all.
Tackling holiday debt, the 9 tips to start paying off what you owe right now.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Tosin Fakile, and we start this hour with breaking news. Breaking right now, a Maryland State Trooper's car was hit while responding to the scene of a car crash. It happened on I-270 northbound ramp to I-370 in Rockville, Maryland. The trooper was out of his car when it was hit by another vehicle that spun out on the ramp. Thankfully, no one was injured. The cause of that crash is under investigation. And developing now, a 16-year-old boy is facing attempted rape charges in Northern Virginia. He was arrested Saturday night in Fairfax County. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has the details.
According to police, they responded to a 911 hang-up call, and when they got there, they found the boy inside of the home following the elderly woman who lives there around. The woman says the boy forced his way inside of her house when she opened the door for him. This was around 10:30 at night. The woman tried to call police after he got inside, but he assaulted her, keeping her from finishing the phone call. Police say he then forced the woman into her bedroom and tried to rape her, but was stopped by police when officers got there. They say the boy claimed he was the woman's grandson. When the woman told police that wasn't true, he tried to run away and officers took him into custody. Well, on top of attempted rape charges, that teenager also facing burglary and assault charges. In Chantilly, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Thank you, Lex. 12:02 and Montgomery County police are investigating what caused a ride-on bus to crash into a home in Fairland. This happened last night just before 7:30. Officials say no passengers were on the bus and the driver wasn't hurt, but it was a shocking scene. Take a look at your screen. That is that scene from last night. You can see the bus lodged into the side of that home. This is on Fairland Road by Galway Elementary School. Some cinder blocks from the house got stuck in the bus. We spoke with a neighbor who saw the whole thing happen.
Came out to the front door, and there's a bus just barely missed my bedroom and went into the side of the neighbor's house. I looked up and saw a pair of headlights. I mean, they were like blinding, and it just honestly, it sounded like a dump truck was coming through, and it was just a really frightening sound.
Such a scary scene. The bus was towed away from the scene. Officials say a man was inside the home at the time of the crash, but he wasn't hurt. And 3 people are in the hospital this afternoon following a crash near the National Mall. Police say a driver crashed into the group on 7th Street and Independence Avenue Southwest. That was around 5 o'clock last night. Officials say the driver stayed on the scene. That incident is under investigation. And Alexandria police are searching for the person who shot a man at a McDonald's on Duke Street. The shooting happened yesterday evening. Police say it started with a fight between 2 men who knew each other. Officials say the victim was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. No word yet on any suspect or arrests. And management for an apartment building in Northeast DC facing some backlash after tenants say they've been without consistent hot water for weeks. People living at the Press House in Noma are complaining about what they call safety and quality of life concerns. The Tenants Association president said the problem started under a different management company, but since Bozzuto took over in October, things have gotten worse.
Intermittently, we would find that the hot water was turned off. My whole thought process is that there was a proactive approach to managing the building. They would have been able to see that this part was needed or something was breaking.
Heat and AC had no option, and so I've had no air in my apartment for the past 3 days.
Management says they're working one-on-one with tenants, but many say they still see problems. New at noon, the Maryland Department of Transportation released a video today showing the Purple Line carriages heading to Maryland. The Purple Line is a 16-mile light rail line that will provide a direct connection to the Metro Rail red, green, and orange lines at Bethesda, Silver Spring, College Park, and New Carrollton. It'll also connect to MARC, Amtrak, and local bus services. Now, while the carriages will arrive in 2024, service is not expected to start till 2027. All right, it is 12:05. Weather forecaster Brittany Ward joins us now for the latest check on the forecast. And Brittany, it's nice to see the sun trying to break through that cloud, but it has kind of been a gloomy week so far.
Yeah, you know, not too long ago, probably about 20 minutes ago, we actually saw some blue skies here in the nation's capital. And now the sun is just playing a hide and go seek when it comes down to the clouds. And that will be the trend as we head through much of your Thursday. Your time now, 12:05. We're taking a live look there at satellite and radar, showing you the DMV over the last few hours. Notice those clouds. They quickly funneled their way in the last couple of hours. But if you are farther off to the west, portions of Cumberland, Kaiser, Hagerstown, Martinsburg, you guys are still holding on to some peaks of sunshine out there. Now, zooming satellite and radar out, showing you the overall picture. We have this weak storm system that is slowly pushing its way into the DMV. We could see a stray shower make its way along the Allegheny front, but overall today will be a quiet day. It's tomorrow. That's when those showers will be rolling back into the DMV. Temperature-wise, fairly mild out there. 54 currently in the nation's capital, 55 as you head over there to Lexington Park, 53 there in Hagerstown, still holding on to the lower 50s as you head further off to Cumberland and Kaiser, with overall highs today getting into the upper 50s. So it's not going to be a bad day out there. Take a look at the next 3 days. Temperatures here in the nation's capital expected to get into the upper 50s. We'll be holding on to mostly cloudy skies through much of your day today, but again, we can see some peaks of sunshine as we head through your afternoon. Heading into your Friday, we are not tracking a washout. Temperatures still going to be on the cooler side, mainly getting into the 50s. We'll be holding on to mostly cloudy skies, but a spot shower can't be ruled out, especially if you are in Northern Virginia. And then heading into Saturday, we are tracking still quiet conditions to head into the last week of the new year. But notice 48 is expected to be the temperature, so we slowly start to see a dip. So definitely keep it here. We'll time out that forecast for you guys coming up.
All right, Brittany, looking forward to it. Thank you. And Prince George's County parents, they're pushing to keep Pointer Ridge Elementary School open. And now the county superintendent is backing them. The elementary school was supposed to close last school year because of low student population. School leaders pushed that date back to next year. Many parents say school population will increase with several new home developments in that area. The superintendent also wants to add an autism program to the school that would serve 40 new students.
Position of not knowing where our children will attend school next year. Will it still be Pointer Ridge, or will we explore other educational options for our students? We get to continue as a family system and a family unit through a school system. We welcome the new families of the 40 students in this program.
The final decision will be made by the Board of Education next month. Several new Virginia laws go into effect in the new year, and that includes one for children with hearing loss. DC News Now's Haley Mylon has more on how the bill will save families hundreds of dollars.
Right. Health insurance providers will be required to cover the cost of hearing aids for children, which experts say is a move that could avoid a lot of troubles down the road.
When you don't hear, you start kind of withdrawing and isolating, and that affects the child's social development too.
Dr. Pinky Kotri of Family Hearing Services in Fairfax County says hearing loss in children can lead to language delays and learning deficits.
You're not able to hear the teacher, especially if there's a group discussion, people are talking all around, then with that noise and different conversations, it's hard to focus.
She sees many young patients in her practice and even brought a pediatric specialist onto her staff. It's pricey stuff.
We've seen some parents kind of wait because they're not able to afford something for their children.
Forbes reports the average cost of a pair of hearing aids in the U.S. is $4,000. The consequences of not getting the care perhaps even more costly.
See their kids struggle through whether it's language development or if it's an older child through school, because it does affect academics.
Senate Bill 1003 requires all health insurance providers to cover costs up to $1,500. Khatri says it'll be a win for young patients.
But the sooner you start, then we see how well their languages develop, they kind of match with their peers, and they do well. We hear from the parents saying they're doing so much better in school.
Other changes include more counselors being eligible to practice in Virginia and new transparency requirements for your health insurance providers. From our Northern Virginia Bureau, I'm Haley Mylon, DC News Now.
Several other Virginia laws start January 1st. That includes changes to give more people in Virginia access to health care services. One new law will make it easier for licensed mental health counselors to practice across state lines. Virginia is joining the Counseling Compact. This will allow counselors practice in any of the other 28 states in the compact without getting a new license. Another new law requires insurance companies to notify parents if a provider is removed from their network. And patients will also be allowed to continue receiving care for 3 months after a provider is removed.